Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen, right? Today we have some more turbo news. Also we did break a record, which is fantastic. So we're gonna jump into everything, ladies and gentlemen. We are first gonna start off with going on the turbo page. We can see, ladies and gentlemen, right, that there isn't anything too crazy, but it's still always something worth covering, right? So we can see that the video has come out to pretty much they explain how to build on-chain rewards on the Turbo X open format. So I want to be very honest. I did not watch this because it's something that is irrelevant for me. I am not going to create anything. But you can see if you want to go build on, the chain, you are more than welcome to. I've seen some of the comments. I've seen a lot of positivity overall. People are saying it's very simple. So, I believe it, right? I believe it. This is something that is always going to impact the price. Investors, big money institutions, people in general, they like to see activity. They like to see expansion. So I'm super glad this is happening. Other than that, there's nothing too crazy, right? There's nothing too crazy. It's just a couple of memes here and there. Also, you guys are very supportive on Twitter, which is what I like to see, right? The community aspect is very important. And like I said, one person maybe liking or retweeting won't do much, but a lot of people will, right? One ant won't do anything, but a colony of ants will. We're almost at 109,000 followers officially, which is what we also like to see, right? I am still super high on turbo. And before we jump into anything, yes, right? Yesterday I did say, I believe there's institutional money, and people are like, what? Just because it was 70 million, of volume? Yeah. Yeah. And that's considered low for turbo. We've seen turbo average hundreds of millions of dollars. Please tell me which one of us, or the few of us, is doing all this. It's not. It's big players, it's institutions, right? Turbo also follows a lot of coins, right? um, in terms of very similar price action. Not only did it coincidentally sweep the last relevant liquidity, but it is also doing the typical triple tap reversal type pattern, which I believe is going to happen, right? I do believe there's a potential possibility we do go a little bit lower here, but I do believe, we will get some triple tap pattern that will happen. We are also doing, in terms of price actions, very similar to many coins, right? Here's the deal, people, right? If your coin is doing something similar to many altcoins, then it's most likely a good coin and there's institutions behind it, some big players. If your coin just kind of pumps, and then dumps, it's most likely going to be over. Okay. If your coin is dumping heavy while other altcoins are starting to go sideways and have very similar pattern, then it's also not in the loop. There's not enough volume. Look, this is Turbo's price action, right? This is Turbo's price action. Let's compare it to some other coins very quickly. We have the likes of Myro, right? Myro is also going sideways. Caspa is also going sideways. I mean, XRP is also going sideways. So you can say what you want, right? But for me, coins that are having very similar patterns, there are some type of big players, right? There's just no way, in my opinion, that every single coin is going to have almost near identical price action. This is why I believe in general the markets, not that they're rigged, but my philosophy when it comes to trading is that I believe, you know, this is going to happen because I believe everything's kind of like robotic in the system. I don't know how to explain it. I'm explaining actually very poorly right now. But, I don't think with the emotions of, oh, it might go lower, this, that. No, I just don't, right? Because we can see there's so many coins and so many charts that have very similar price action. Okay. And trust me, I showed you other meme coins that have just plummeted to the floor, right? I've showed you other coins that are irrelevant that have also just plummeted and they're just dying, right? But we can see Turbo has very similar price action to something like ICP. So yeah, I believe there is institutional play behind it. The volume, even right now, $50 million of volume on a bad day. Um, that's definitely big money behind it, right? Especially that we've seen hundreds of millions consistently for weeks before, right? So big players are definitely in it. You know, one thing I want to say is we also did break the record for the holders. We did talk about yesterday how we are almost there, and then you guessed it, not even 1 day later, a couple hours later, we broke it. So Turbo is on the rise. Turbo is going to go to the moon. I am super super high on Turbo. I have a lot of faith in it. Right, we are constantly growing, and the thing is, most coins, generally speaking, grow rapidly during the hype. We are growing consistently, you know, while there's not much hype, right? While actually a lot of altcoins are down. We can see roughly a week ago, we had 200 less holders. Now, you might not think that's anything crazy, but trust me, getting a couple here and there is nice, especially during a time where a lot of people are concerned, where a lot of people think altcoins are dead, and etc. Right? Imagine when things start to go up again. Okay, that is when the holders start growing at a very, very rapid pace, which is what we like to see. So, everything is good on Turbo's end at the moment, right? Still looking at this small possible pullbacks of a little bit lower to 0.003 area, 31 area. So we'll see. But we did see the difference in price action right now, right? Before, when we were kind of going, we were more zigzaggy, right? And we were having sharp sell-offs. Now we are kind of consolidating, right? Pretty much on average going sideways, slowly getting lower and lower. But for me, the reversal signs are already slowly coming in. I believe this will be Turbo's bottom. I am super, super confident, right? Even if Turbo drops, 3, 4,000, I don't think it's going to be that crazy of a drop. Maximum will drop a little bit lower than expected, but we are going to be roughly in the 0.003 area. I know a lot of you guys are down on your, money, on your bags. Don't worry, some of my positions are down too. If I genuinely didn't believe in the project, I would say no, red flag this, red flag that. But there's no reason. There's logically no reason to think that. Remember, at one point you were celebrating, thinking you're going to the moon. Now you're thinking everything is going to be done and dusted. And I bet you in a few short weeks, you're also going to go back to the mindset of, yes, we're going to the moon. Remember, though, eventually that mindset will cost you if you don't pay attention, because there will be a point where the moon phase will be over, and that is going to be during prime altcoin season, which, yes, I do believe will happen. There's literally no reason for me not to believe. Made a video the other day, covering just a couple news articles that came out for crypto that, let's be honest, there's been so many more articles that came out that are bullish, and I just covered the last, couple relevant ones, and those ones alone made me extremely bullish. Not only that, but Turbo has been, doing everything it's to do, right? It's just a compound effect. I believe we're just in accumulation phase before the big rally for pretty much all of the altcoins. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.